My name is Shahira binti Hassan, number matric S55951. Molasses is a product of the sugar manufacturing process made from sugarcane and sugar beets. The characteristic of this molasses are concentrate. It is widely used as a sweet. The process of sugarcane and sugar beet is done to process molasses. Molasses is a thick chocolate syrup left over after they remove crystal for the juice. The use of liquid cargo ship can arrange the safe delivery of liquid molasses. Many methods are provided on board to prevent bad steam from the happening, just as molasses is not melt and is not easily damaged when shipped to the buyer. Tanks for storing liquid with large capacity are usually stored in vertical tank cylinders, high vapor pressure regulators, or pressure tank steam recovery system. A tank halter may be required to maintain the molasses in a flowing state for unloading. Type of cargo a tanker is whether designed to transport or store liquid or gas in bulk. Tanker also carry commodities such as vegetable, oil, molasses, and wine. Preparation cargo. 1. The compartment should be clean. Beach area should be clear again. The fire smoke detection system should be function correctly. The whole drainage system and twig, spa ceiling, steel head cover. 7. Ladder and access point. 3. Inspect.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zahimi bin Muhammad Khairi. My matric number is S54823. Okay, today I would like to present the loading operation stage for the molasses cargo. Okay, the first stage is ensure the ship tank is a clean condition from the previous cargo. This is because when the ship tank is not clean of previous cargo, it will result in the molasses becomes damaged. Not only that, draft survey also needs to be done before the cargo is transferred into the ship tanks. This is because the only accurate way to calculate cargo quantity is through the draft survey. Although the ship radar system will produce results that are accurate enough to be checked during cargo operations, but it should be noted the foamings can affect radar readings. It is very important to get as accurate draft survey as possible before and after loading. The next stage is use a flammable cargo pump to pump molasses from the lines into the tanks on board. The advantage of using this pump is because the pipe is largest and thus speed up the cargo transfer process. Then inspect the coffer dams before loading and make repair if necessary. Clean the coffer dam and fill with fresh water or rinse the coffer dam pump continuously with fresh water for the periods that molasses on board is recommended so that burnings of the cargo pump shape is avoided. After that, insert the molasses carefully to prevent air from entering the cargo. The last stage is the molasses loadings. Molasses loading is a relatively simple operation, although sometimes a slow procedure. Perhaps through the ship manifold directly to drop lines or on top of the tanks. All are acceptable subject to local regulation. Samples should be done from the pipelines during loadings and from the vessel tanks upon completions. A further draft survey is performed after completion of loading to determine the weights of the loads.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Muhammad Aizat Kushairi bin Wanawi. My matric number is S55013. Next, I want to present about documentation. Firstly, bill of lading. The bill of lading is usually the first common document used in international shipment. It is a contract between the owner of the goods and the carrier. It will state what goods are shipping and where they are going. For example, the goods shipping are molasses from the company and are shipped using a specific carrier. Next, certificate of manufacture. This is a notarized document certifying the goods have been produced by the manufacturer. This is to prove that this item is an original product from the request factory. Then, certificate of origin. This document is prepared by the manufacturer and is certificated by a government entity or chamber of commerce. It's used to identify the country of the manufacturer where the goods were made, to facilitate dealing with the authorities by identifying where the goods come from. Next, commercial invoice. A commercial invoice is a document used to describe the entire export transaction from beginning to end. It is one of the most important documents because it provides critical information. Then, doc receipt. The purpose of this receipt is to provide the exporter with proof that the delivery of goods to the international carrier was successful and in good condition. Lastly, packing list. A packing list is similar to a shipping list in that it lists the goods being shipped. Information on how it was packed, how the goods are numbered, and weight have dimensions. Even though it's not always required, it's an important document used by freight forwarders to prepare a bill of lading and to understand how much cargo is needed.
Okay, for information, there are three parts in the care of molasses cargo, namely before export or imports, during voyage, and after unloading. Okay, we go to the first, before export and import. Usually, molasses cargo care for export and import we go through heating process starting about 5 days from the first port of departure to obtain a stable departure temperature. Okay, secondly, the cargo care during the voyage is to monitor the temperature of the cargo to maintain a temperature by using a steam coil, as is usually fitted by the transport of vegetable oil, and the discharge begin at a temperature of about 32 Celsius. Next, heating instruction must be strictly followed and the heater slot completes. It is important to maintain the correct temperature. Lastly, once unloading is complete, the tank carrying the molasses cargo should be immediately cleaned to avoid damage to the vessel structure. This is because this commodity has a corrosive effect on iron and steel. Accordingly, when not cleaned quickly, we cause corrosions on the backs of the frames, bracket.
Hi, my name is Nura Asma Husni binti Khairul Anwar, matrix number S56262. Molasses is a type of syrup that is widely used in the world. It is used as a sweetener in food and also used in agriculture. Molasses is produced during the process of extracting sugar from sugarcane or sugar beets. There are several types of molasses, which are light molasses, dark molasses, blackstripe molasses, and sulfate molasses. All these types of molasses differ in color, consistency, flavor, and sugar content. In molasses trade, India is the largest exporter in the world, while the United States is the largest importer of molasses. In the shipment of molasses by sea, it is carried in the form of liquid syrup and transported using tankers or general cargo ships. Throughout the shipment, molasses needs to be maintained at a certain temperature between 35 to 38 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is too low, molasses will harden and stick to the wall. If the temperature is too high, it is feared that it will affect the molasses and also the tank wall. Here, we can see the process of loading molasses seems simple, but it emphasizes the aspect of temperature control.